I've never been a part of a tie. Never even knew that was in the rule book.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
And here he is.
That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
Welcome into the Football Reporters Hall of Fame nominee edition. This is basically my first of 7 videos that are coming out this week. Today we're going to be talking about the Hall of Fame, who I think is going to go in the Hall of Fame, because, you know, they'll be revealed on Saturday, but if I was a voter, per se, here's who I would vote in. First off, here are the nominees. So we have Tony Boselli. He was the offensive tackle for the Jaguars early in their existence. One of the better offensive tackles in the league. Unfortunately, his career was cut short due to injury. Isaac Bruce, of course, part of the greatest show on turf in St. Louis. This was most famous for Brian Dawkins. Really talented safety for the Eagles. He played for a very, very long time. He'll eventually get in. Alan Facenda, another guard. Was really good for the Steelers. Steve Houshman, another guard for the Seattle Seahawks. Part of that great offensive line. It was him and I forget who's the other guy. It was him and someone else who was the big offensive lineman that really helped Seattle get to the Super Bowl in 2005. Joe Jacoby. He was part of the Hogs. Early in his career. Edwin James, who I believe is 11th on the all-time rushing list. Ty Law, obviously here in New England, very popular figure. Scored had a pick 6 in the Super Bowl, and also he had picked off Peyton Manning 6 times. Ray Lewis, one of the best linebackers, definitely, in my opinion, the best modern linebacker to play. John Lynch, doing great stuff right now in San Francisco as a GM, also known as that hard-hitting white boy who plays safety, according to Warren Sapp. I think that's pretty funny. Kevin Martin, he was the offensive lineman for the Seahawks, the Jets, and the Titans. I'm sorry I don't know much about offensive linemen, but that's really it. Randy Moss, of course, probably one of the most gifted receivers in the history of the NFL. He can run, good job. He had size, and he's straight fast, homie. He's straight fast. T.O., I believe we'll get in this year. Brian Urlacher, second only to Ray Lewis in terms of great linebackers, and Everson Wells, who played for the Dallas Cowboys and Giants. Really talented corner. As for your senior finalist, you have Robert Blazer and Jerry Kramer. And the contributing finalist is Bobby Beathard. So as for who I would vote for, I'm only going to do 7. That will be 5 modern era guys, 1 senior guy, and 1 contributor. So yes, I will be voting Bobby Beathard in, and I'll give my reasons why. So I'll start with the main one. In my opinion, going to be the head of the class. It's going to be Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis is a 2-time Super Bowl champion. I believe he was also Super Bowl MVP in one of them. Multiple-time Defensive Player of the Year. Was the best at his position for a good goddamn long time. He was the best middle linebacker in all of football for at least for the 2000s decade, and anchored one of the best defenses in NFL history. So obviously he'll be the head of the class. Terrell Owens, I believe he'll get in this year. If I had a vote, I'd put him in. They're probably not because of his off-the-field personality, but he has the second most receptions in NFL history. He's got a lot of receiving yards, a lot of touchdowns. He deserves to get in. John Lynch, very talented safety. I believe that this time he'll get in. Ty Law, that's actually a personal pick. So I think he'll get in, and Randy Moss will get in. So those are my 5 for them. As for the senior member, I think Jerry Kramer will finally get in. For those of you who don't know who Jerry Kramer was, he was the guard in the Packers in the 60s, and he was very important in their most important play. We all seen the NFL Films clip of Lombardi saying, "We got to get a seal here, and a seal here, and run this play in the alley." And the famous Packer sweep. Jerry Kramer was obviously very vital in that Packer sweep because he was the guard that rolled out and actually got the block. And Bobby Beathard, was in charge of, personnel decisions for the Miami Dolphins in the late 70s and 80s. He was also the head of the Washington Redskins in the 90s. Getting some really, very talented individuals, winning getting a ring out of it. Actually, he was the head of Kansas City in the first couple of years. At first, really big GM in Atlanta. So I think he'll eventually get in as well. That's going to do it for this video. As for the other videos you'll be expecting this week, tomorrow I will be giving out my NFL awards. Your MVP, Coach of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year, all that stuff. As for my other videos, we'll do a preview of the Eagles, the Patriots, their season in review videos. Then we'll do my top 5 Super Bowls. And finally, the Super Bowl preview, which will be coming on Saturday. That's going to do it for me here, and I'll be back tomorrow.